Hey, Cinecine here. This is take 2 of the computer video. The Cherry computer parts have been ordered except for the floppy drive. All I got is the CD DVD drive on it. Might add a floppy drive later, or let the user put one in themselves. I spent around $550 on last year's computer parts. The first is the Ryzen 5 5500 B550 with 4 PCIe X16 slots and 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM and 4 terabyte SATA hard drive. Yes, the serial attached to SCSI was much cheaper, but those aren't compatible, at least initially. And RX 570. Those were all the main parts. Power supply is a 750 watt Corsair. I only buy from EVGA and Corsair when it comes to power supplies. I can't trust any of the other companies. They could set the computer on fire. But the case for the computer is going to be an ATX Insta Tower that was used on the Macintosh Performance 6400. It's going to have 3 5.25 inch optical bays and 5 5.25 inch and 5 3.5 inch bays. Now the processor that's going to be turned in the processor that's going to be used is going to be rebadged as a. It depends on whether I can get the PCIe 4.0 working on it, but if not, it's going to be a Ryzen 5 5330. If not, if I can get it working, I mean, a 5470. And it has 2 more of its cores enabled for the full 8 cores chiplet on the 8-core CPU. And the GPU will just remain the same. It'll just be overclocked heavily. There will also be virtual memory and virtual cache. Yeah, why'd they get rid of that in the 90s? Apple. It will allow for seamless performance, excellent performance through what's better than Infinity Cache, providing more L4 cache to the CPU, which will eventually get supplemented by cache slots on the board. I was going to go with a bulldozer solution, but I decided not to. So this Ryzen solution is going to be epic. It's going to run at 6.1 or 6.2 gigahertz, turboing into the 7 gigahertz range, or 6.8 gigahertz if it's a lower end Ryzen 5 with the 5330, I mean. It's going to be awesome. It's going to sell for $25.99, around the in-between price of the 2 Mac Studios. But it's meant to perform much better and offer expandability, hence the higher price tag for the base model. Yeah, you're paying for the expandability. The expandability is what it has, unlike the Mac Studio, which had everything needed for internal expandability, but no, the software Apple designed made it impossible to expand on the stuff that physically is expandable on the Mac Studio. There's also a monitor that has MPEG DVD playback and CD playback, and that one's 27 inches, supports 4K, unlike the 5K that the Mac Studio's Studio Display has. But I think 4K is still plenty. And with its MPEG decoder for the DVDs and its line-in ports, it's a much better monitor. It has speakers that are excellent. It's color. It's meant to look retro, like the Power Morello is. The model Power Morello is going to be $5,000. However, the monitor is not a CRT; it's a flat screen, and it's going to be mini LED. Oh, I think that model will be mini LED. Have a much better camera on front than Apple monitors have. It's going to be an excellent computer.